Okay, what's up everyone? Terrible Ted with America Betrayed. If you caught some of my recent shows, you know that we have mentioned Lois Gibson, the world-renowned sketch artist that has helped police close the books. Sorry, let me shut that off. Close the books on over 1,200 crimes, and she's helped ID that many different suspects and perpetrators. So Rick Snake told me this first, and I brought it up elsewhere, and I don't know if it's a well-known thing in the Delphi community or not, but you'll see down here, she put her name on this work April 20th, 2017, and at that time, Ron Logan would have been in prison, and of course, if you know the Reese Davis story, they bump into each other at this time. And I think it's the FBI who reached out to her, not Robert Ives himself, but I think it was the FBI that put her onto this and had her check it out. So, above left to right is the image known. Person B laid atop an image of suspect A in varying degrees of transparency. And you see on the left, we have Bridge Guy, and it slowly morphs into Ron Logan. And it's very similar, as we'll see. It is impossible to do a perfect comparison between persons in different photos due to variances in angle of the lens, lighting, pose, time of photo, and other variables. However, when known person B's image is laid atop suspect A's image in varying degrees of transparency, it seems to point out considerable similarities. If known person B, Ron Logan, was geographically near to the incident described in Carroll County Sheriff's Case number 170091, the similarities shown by the above photo comparisons seem to indicate a possibility that they are one and the same person. So that's the first image. There's another one. Forensic photo comparison. Again, Lois Gibson signs her name to the bottom of this. Again, April 20th, 2017. It is impossible to make a perfect comparison between individuals in different photos. However, there can be recognizable similarities. Comparing suspect A to known person B, there are several similarities and one remarkable similarity. A and B both seem to be males of similar height. Both have similar hip to shoulder width ratios. Subject B has an unusually large, roundly protruding belly. Subject B has a jacket that appears to be accommodating a belly that is the same size and shape as B. Due to the geographical proximity to the scene of B, the general similarities of build, and the uncommonly large protruding belly shared by both A and B, it is a strong possibility that A and B are one and the same individual. This is my determination on the Carroll County Sheriff's Case 17-0091 on April 20th, 2017. Signed, Lois Gibson, certified forensic artist. Guys, Lois Gibson is the Michael Jordan of police sketch artistry, okay? Get that through your heads. The fact that you guys, or not you guys, but some people dismiss her just out of sheer ignorance blows my mind. This woman is like the top 1% of sketch artist people that help the police identify. That's what she did down in Houston, Texas for decades. She's retired now, from what I understand, but she's still out there. She's still around. Go look up some of her information. There's plenty of videos, and I'll give you one here. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I told you guys, I've been in the, I'm a fan of the JFK assassination stuff. That's been around for 60 years now, right? Well, she did a presentation on the three tramps that were hiding in a rail yard car when the president was assassinated.
Now, concerning the three tramps who were seen in Dealey Plaza, they were photographed by 3 different photographers that day, and there are 7 photographs that exist of them. I'm going to...
You ask most people who are casually familiar with the JFK assassination, they don't know anything about the 3 tramps hiding in Dallas. Go watch this presentation, especially if you like the JFK stuff. Vim Dankbar, He is European. I forget what country he's in, but he's been around talking about the different players in it. Chauncey Holt, James Files, and of course, I saw this many, many years ago, and I have it on my school site in the JFK Archive. So anyways, if you punch in Lois Gibson, you can find her presentation on Three Tramps. And I suggest you go do it. And of course, there's a ton of, look on the sidebar, there's a ton of other Lois Gibson stuff. And if you go to her site, you can see even more comparison work that she's done. Pull this up. I was looking at this yesterday. She is doing a forensic course in October. For $1,200, you can be part of it. Forensic artist class. I hope she is training. I hope she's training several new generations to carry on with the work that she did. Where are some of these pictures? Forensic Art Essentials. She's got a book on Amazon. She's looks like she's co-authored another book. Kidnappers, Murderers. The Woman Who Helped Put Them Behind Bars. The Faces of Evil. All you true crime fanatics, why don't you get a copy of her book and read it? I know you'll love it. Let's see. Where are gallery? I think this is where the pictures are. Some of these are really creepy. Look at this. Man rapes blind woman who is 7 months pregnant. Sketch done with witness to abduction leads to suspect who works nearby. David Zayas thought he would get away with rape since the victim was blind. Lois Gibson sketched an image from a bus driver who saw the rapist follow the blind girl off the bus. The detective showed it to the manager of a nearby grocery store who recognized him as an employee he was planning to fire. After the victim identified him in a voice lineup, the heartless Zayas was offered 19 years and a plea bargain, and he refused, claiming the victim wanted it. When his DNA came back a match, a jury sentenced Zayas to life in prison. Good. Put a fucking bullet in his head. Even better. The sketch is unfinished and poor quality since the witness was so uncooperative she made Lois put her incomplete drawing in the trash and walked out of the interview? What? Attempted murder of a child case solved after 19 years. 8-year-old Jennifer Schuett was pulled from her bed through a window, sodomized, then dragged to a field where he cut her throat, nearly severing her head off her. Jesus Christ. She lay for 14 hours until children found her and she was saved. Lois Gibson came to her bedside in August of 1990 and drew the sketch on the left from her description. In the fall of 2009, the man on the right was matched with DNA to the case. The man told Jennifer his name was Dennis during the attack. Since forensic art had not been established, the officers did not search to discover this Dennis Bradford was living within blocks of Jennifer's house and the crime scene. This is proof positive that severely injured children can give descriptions for accurate sketches. Wow. Look, I mean, that is very similar. Unbelievable. God bless this woman. Lois Gibson. Look at this. She got plenty of other she can, I guess, take a skull and recreate a face. Age progression. This is incredible stuff, guys. This is top level, top shelf, like 1% skill in sketch artistry. And the fact that the dummies in Delphi just slough her off as nothing and disregard her. shame on all the people who did that. And look, she's got contact information up here. Wow, unbelievable. I pray and I hope that she is, and I don't know if she can even teach her, maybe it's an intuitive type skill. She's just got it. I don't know how much of this is transferable to teaching other people. But man, unbelievable. So anyways, before we go on too long here and I get to yapping, that was essentially all that I wanted to talk about here for the time being. So, Lois Gibson, if you don't know her, go check it out.